Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your Hammers Headlines in association with our good friends over at Knees Up Motherbound, kumb.com. Get across there and check out the wonderful content as per usual. But I'm here to bring you some of the news coming out of West Ham today. There's loads to get through, as there is every day. It's relentless. It never stops. So without further ado, let me get cracking for you today. So the first topic I want to discuss is this player here, a player that you may have heard West Ham being linked to for a while. His name is Yusuf Fofana, and apparently West Ham can get him for absolute peanuts, and he's been on our radar for many a season. Apparently, Tim Steidten was very frustrated at the fact that West Ham couldn't and didn't push forward to sign the Frenchman last summer, and that was down to David Moyes' decision not to do it. But it's no secret that we are very, very keen to bring Fofana to the club, but we are going to face a challenge to try and do that because obviously there's going to be a lot of clubs interested. Now, as the summer window approaches, the spotlight will focus on Yusuf Fofana, the 25-year-old French international known for his defensive prowess, tactical versatility, is attracting interest from many a club around Europe, and it could be for a cut price at the same thing as well. Now, he said during a recent press conference that he shed light on his discussions with Monaco regarding his future. He said he's spoken with the hierarchy and it isn't a secret. We had exchanges and they agreed to accompany me at this new stage. So if a move doesn't happen, I still have a year left and I'll be happy to stay. But we were in agreement that we would accompany each other in the process, which should be everyone a winner for him and the club, which makes me think that they're going to push to get as much for their asset as they possibly can. Now, many clubs are interested, West Ham included, Arsenal, Manchester United, and beyond, and he's piqued the interest of high-profile clubs, and they're eager to bring someone of that quality into the middle of the park. Now, money is going to be the key element here, but I do think you can get him for a much cheaper price than what some of the other linked players, especially if they've got Premier League experience, could be quoted for. Now, his characteristics in his game have got strong defensive skills, exceptional ball distribution, tactical intelligence, his ability to be able to adapt into different midfield roles, which is what makes him extremely appealing, making him a very good addition to any squad. Now, his performances for Monaco have consistently highlighted his real capacity to perform at the highest of levels, and that is why many clubs are looking for him. Now, his statistics paint a picture of a very versatile player, effective midfielder, especially over the past season. He's consistently demonstrated his ability to influence the games both in his defense and in his offense. His tackling success rate stands at an impressive 75%, highlighting why he has got the strong ability to be able to break up the opposition play. His interception rate is equally very high up there, averaging 2.4 per game, which showcases his excellent ability to read the game. His passing accuracy is another key aspect of his game, which has caught attention from many clubs. His success rate of passing is 87%. So he's not only reliable in possession, but also at distributing the ball, especially under pressure. His long ball accuracy is also quite high up there, success rate of 68%. So he can, switch up the play as much as he possibly can. And also, whilst he is known as his defensive duties, his offensive contributions are extremely significant. He averages 1.2 key passes per game and a total of 5 assists in the last season, underlying his capability to create some potential goal-scoring opportunities. He also has a dribbling success rate because he drives at defenses, 62% success rate at that. So this is a player with a low fee. We need to push the boundaries and try and bring someone like him in. I'm telling you now, if we bring him in and put him alongside Alvarez, wow is what I'd say about West Ham's midfield. So there's your first one for today as we get on to the next one, which is West Ham are trying to apparently derail Bayer Leverkusen, German champions, attempt to sign Girona midfielder Alexi Garcia. Now, Leverkusen have been leading the race for Garcia, but the champions are in danger of missing out for one of Xabi Alonso's main targets, because West Ham have already, apparently, according to sources, offered up to £14 million for the Spaniard. Now, the 26-year-old began his career at Villarreal, spent 5 years at Manchester City before joining Dinamo Bucharest in 2020. He kicked on since moving to Girona in 21, impressing with his very intelligent passing from a deep position. And he is someone who has got and is also high up there in the ranks. Now, we'll have to wait and see what happens with this one. And with all these players that are linked, again, the disclaimer is we're not 100% sure until it is on the West Ham website, of course, or West Ham themselves announced the club signing. But these two players are very interesting because there's a similarity in terms of deep-lying players. One's more defensive rather than offensive. This one is more offensive rather than more defensive. So it's interesting to see where West Ham are putting all their eggs in one basket, or what area they are potentially putting all their eggs in one basket. Now, the last update for you today is about the man Paqueta, Lucas Paqueta. We heard some of the updates yesterday. We're hearing some new updates today, and it's apparently that the FA want to ban Lucas Paqueta from football for life. I feel like there's a bit of a witch hunt with him, especially now that you're hearing some of the news that Russ brought to you yesterday about him asking not to play in the opening game against Bournemouth last season. He insists that he is innocent, but the FA are wanting to potentially say that his alleged offences are a lot worse if found guilty. But that is the key element: if found guilty. I find it fascinating in this case because, he apparently is still going to be playing for the Copa America for Brazil, but we'll have to wait and see how this one transpires. And this could take months, if not years, to be resolved. So keep your eyes and ears peeled on the channel. We will, of course, keep you updated as much as we can. That brings an end to your Hammers headline for today. Short and sharp and sweet. Can West Ham do the unthinkable and bring in Fofana? Is Garcia a real genuine link? And will the FA get their way with Paqueta? Make sure, if you are new around here, to hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment as well. Appreciate all your support. And of course, go and check out kumb.com. Take it easy and come on, you Irons.